Stop drinking plain water at night. I know that sounds strange. Plain water is good for your health. Staying hydrated is what everyone recommends. But if you are over 60 and waking up 2 times, 3 times, even 4 times every night, that glass of plain water might be part of the problem. And I know what you are thinking. If I drink anything in the evening, will I not have to get up to pee even more? The answer is no. If you choose the right kind of drink at the right time and use it the right way, you can actually wake up less, sleep deeper, and wake up feeling rested for the first time in years. I am Dr. Favor Admi, and this channel is dedicated to bringing you the latest evidence-based research on senior health in a way that is actually practical and easy to use. If you have not subscribed yet, I would encourage you to do that now so you never miss what we are covering tonight. I am going to give you 3 drinks that are proven to support deep, uninterrupted sleep in adults over 60, and 1 drink that most seniors reach for at night that is actively making the problem worse. Stay with me until the very end because the 3rd drink is the one that most people never hear about, and the science behind it for sleep after 60 is remarkable. Let me tell you about a patient I will call Mabel. Mabel was 69 years old, retired school teacher. She had not slept through the night in 3 years. She was waking up an average of 3 to 4 times every night. Sometimes just to use the bathroom, sometimes without any clear reason at all. She was exhausted every morning. Her concentration was suffering. She had tried melatonin supplements, lavender sprays, sleep podcasts, and 2 different sleep medications that left her groggy and unsteady in the morning. When I sat with Mabel and reviewed her evening habits in detail, the pattern was immediately clear. Every evening before bed, she drank 2 large glasses of plain water because she had read that seniors need to stay more hydrated. She was doing exactly what she had been told to do, and it was making her sleep measurably worse. We will come back to Mabel because what changed in her sleep within 2 weeks of switching her evening drink is one of the most satisfying outcomes I have seen from a simple lifestyle adjustment. Before the 3 drinks, here is the biology that explains everything. Sleep after 60 is fundamentally different from sleep at 40. 3 specific changes happen in the aging body that affect sleep quality in ways most people never fully understand. First, melatonin production declines. Melatonin is the hormone produced by the pineal gland in the brain that triggers sleepiness and regulates the sleep-wake cycle. Research published in the Journal of Pineal Research found that melatonin secretion decreases by approximately 70% between the ages of 20 and 70. Less melatonin means the signal telling your brain it is time for deep sleep is significantly weaker than it was 20 years ago. Second, the depth of slow-wave sleep, which is the most restorative stage of sleep, where physical repair, memory consolidation, and immune function all peak, decreases with age. Adults over 60 spend significantly less time in slow-wave sleep than younger adults. This is why older adults often feel unrested even after 7 or 8 hours in bed. The total time may be adequate, but the quality and depth are not. Third, the bladder and kidneys change in ways that disrupt sleep. Specifically, the bladder capacity decreases. The kidneys, which in younger adults reduce urine production at night as part of the body's overnight conservation mode, lose some of this concentrating ability with age. The result is more urine produced during sleep hours, more urgency, and more bathroom trips. Here is why plain water makes all 3 of these problems worse. Plain water provides hydration, but delivers no compounds that support melatonin production, no minerals that support the nervous system's shift into parasympathetic mode, and no signal to the kidneys to reduce overnight urine output. It adds fluid volume without any of the biological sleep signals that the aging body specifically needs. And because it is rapidly absorbed and processed by the kidneys, it actually increases overnight urine production more than drinks containing specific minerals that support fluid retention and overnight kidney concentrating function. The right drink before bed does not just hydrate, it signals, it activates. It supports the exact biological processes your aging sleep system needs most. Drink number 1, tart cherry juice. Tart cherry juice is the most thoroughly researched natural sleep drink for adults over 60, and the science behind it is specific and compelling. Tart cherries, specifically the Montmorillon variety, contain 2 compounds that directly address the 2 biggest sleep problems in older adults. The first is melatonin. Tart cherries are one of the richest natural food sources of melatonin available. A study published in the European Journal of Nutrition found that tart cherry juice increased urinary melatonin levels significantly in older adults, with corresponding improvements in sleep duration, sleep efficiency, and the amount of time spent in restorative sleep stages. The second compound is tryptophan. Tryptophan is an amino acid that is the direct precursor to both serotonin and melatonin in the brain. Providing tryptophan in the evening supports the brain's natural melatonin synthesis cycle, giving the pineal gland the raw materials it needs to produce more of the sleep hormone that age has diminished. A randomized controlled trial published in the American Journal of Therapeutics found that older adults with insomnia who drank tart cherry juice twice daily for 2 weeks fell asleep 17 minutes faster on average, stayed asleep 84 minutes longer per night, and reported significantly better sleep quality compared to the placebo group. The protocol is 240 ml, which is 1 cup of unsweetened tart cherry juice 30 to 60 minutes before bed. It must be unsweetened and 100% tart cherry, not a blend or a juice with added sugar. The sugar in sweetened versions causes an insulin spike that disrupts the melatonin response. Drink number 2, warm milk with magnesium and nutmeg. This combination is more than a comfort drink. Each of the 3 components targets a different mechanism of sleep disruption in older adults. Warm milk provides tryptophan, the melatonin precursor we just discussed, alongside calcium. Calcium is essential for the brain to use tryptophan effectively. Without adequate calcium, even adequate tryptophan intake cannot be converted to melatonin efficiently. Research from the European Neurological Journal found that calcium-deficient adults had significantly disrupted sleep compared to those with adequate calcium levels, and that calcium supplementation improved REM sleep specifically. Magnesium is the critical addition that most people miss entirely. Magnesium is a natural activator of the GABA receptors in the brain. GABA, which stands for gamma-aminobutyric acid, is the primary inhibitory neurotransmitter in the central nervous system. It is essentially the brain's off switch. When GABA receptors are activated, the nervous system quiets, mental chatter reduces, and the transition to sleep becomes smoother and faster. Research from the Journal of Research in Medical Sciences found that magnesium supplementation in older adults with insomnia significantly improves sleep onset time, sleep efficiency, and early morning awakening. Up to 40% of adults over 65 are magnesium deficient, largely because the kidneys excrete more magnesium with age and because dietary magnesium intake in most older adults is inadequate. Adding a small amount of nutmeg completes this drink. Nutmeg contains a compound called myristin that has mild sedative properties and supports parasympathetic nervous system activation, the biological state required for sleep initiation. The protocol is 1 cup of warm skimmed or low-fat milk with a 4 teaspoon of high-quality magnesium glycinate powder dissolved in it and a small pinch of nutmeg. Drink it 45 minutes before bed. Use low-fat milk to avoid the saturated fat that can slow digestion and cause discomfort during sleep. If you have made it this far, you are clearly invested. You want to see what happens next, but most viewers enjoy the content and scroll away without subscribing. If this one really means something to you, tap subscribe. It takes a second. If not, you will probably forget this channel exists and miss a lot of great educational content ahead. Over the years in my clinic, I have seen something very simple make a real difference for people over 60. It is not about doing anything extreme. It is about doing the right small things every day. That is why I created a guide called 30-Day Blood Pressure Reset for seniors. It is a simple step-by-step plan designed to help support healthy blood pressure through gentle daily routines, light exercises, and clear guidance you can follow at home. Some of my patients have used this same structure and told me they felt more in control of their daily habits and more confident about their readings. I am not opening this to everyone. I am only allowing 30 people to go through it right now because I want to follow up closely and see how each person is doing. If you feel like your current routine is not giving you the clarity you need, click the link in the description or scan the QR code on your screen to get your copy before the 30 spots are filled. And because you are part of this community, I have made it easier with a 70% discount so it stays affordable for you. After completing your purchase, please drop your email so I can follow up with you personally. I will check in with you through email and help you stay consistent with the plan. Now, the third and most powerful drink on this list. Drink number 3, Ashwagandha Golden Milk. This is the drink almost nobody expects on a sleep list, and the research behind it for sleep in adults over 60 is extraordinary. Ashwagandha is an adaptogenic herb used in traditional Ayurvedic medicine for thousands of years. In the last decade, it has become one of the most studied natural compounds in sleep medicine. The active compounds in ashwagandha, called W-thanolides, and in particular a compound called triethylene glycol, found in the leaves, have been shown in multiple clinical trials to significantly improve sleep quality in older adults. A double-blind, randomized controlled trial published in PLOS ONE involving adults with insomnia found that ashwagandha root extract produced statistically significant improvements in sleep onset latency, total sleep time, sleep efficiency, and wake after sleep onset compared to placebo. Participants fell asleep 20 minutes faster and stayed asleep significantly longer. The mechanism involves two pathways. First, ashwagandha reduces cortisol levels. Cortisol is the primary stress hormone. In many older adults, cortisol levels remain elevated in the evening rather than dropping as they should, which keeps the sympathetic nervous system partially activated and prevents full sleep initiation. Research published in Medicine found that ashwagandha supplementation reduced morning cortisol levels by 27% compared to placebo. Second, ashwagandha potentiates GABA receptor activity, the same brain pathway that magnesium activates. The combined effect of lower cortisol and enhanced GABA signaling creates the physiological conditions for deeper, more sustained sleep. Golden milk is the preparation that maximizes ashwagandha's bioavailability. Combine half a teaspoon of ashwagandha powder with 1 cup of warm milk, half a teaspoon of turmeric, a pinch of black pepper, and a small amount of raw honey. The black pepper contains piperine, which dramatically increases the absorption of both ashwagandha and turmeric. The turmeric adds curcumin, which has additional anti-inflammatory effects that reduce the inflammatory signaling that disrupts sleep architecture in older adults. Drink this 30 to 60 minutes before bed. Start with a 4 teaspoon of ashwagandha for the first week to allow your system to adjust. Then increase to the full half teaspoon. One caution: ashwagandha is not suitable for people taking thyroid medications, immunosuppressants, or sedatives without medical supervision. If you are on any of these medications, speak with your doctor before adding this drink. I promised I would come back to Mabel. After our consultation, she stopped the 2 large glasses of plain water in the evenings and replaced them with a single cup of tart cherry juice 45 minutes before bed. 2 weeks later, she added the magnesium milk on alternating nights. 3 weeks after our first conversation, she sent me a message. She had slept through the night completely uninterrupted for 5 consecutive nights, the first time in over 3 years. She said, "Doctor, I feel like myself again. I cannot believe a drink made this difference." The drink did not just hydrate her, it gave her aging sleep system the specific signals it had been missing. That is the entire point of everything in this video. Let me bring this together clearly. 3 drinks that support deep uninterrupted sleep in adults over 60. Tart cherry juice for melatonin and tryptophan delivery. Warm milk with magnesium and nutmeg for GABA activation. Calcium facilitated melatonin synthesis and parasympathetic nervous system support. And ashwagandha golden milk for cortisol reduction and GABA potentiation. The drink to stop large volumes of plain water within 2 hours of bed, which adds fluid load without sleep signals and increases overnight urine production. Start with 1 drink from this list tonight. Choose the one that feels most accessible. Give it 2 weeks of consistency. The first few nights may feel similar. By week 2, most people notice a clear difference. Which of these 3 drinks will you try first? Tell me in the comments. I read everyone, and if someone in your life is struggling with broken sleep and reaching for plain water every night before bed, share this video with them. The answer may be simpler than either of you realized. Before you go, I want you to think about something. Most people keep waiting for the perfect moment to take their health seriously, but that moment usually never comes. That is exactly why I put together my guide, 30-Day Blood Pressure Reset for Seniors. It is made to help you follow a simple daily routine that supports healthy blood pressure without confusion or stress. It includes gentle exercises, daily habits, and a clear plan you can stick to day by day. I have seen people in my care feel more confident just by following something structured like this. Right now, I am keeping it very limited to just 30 people because I want to treat it like a small group I can observe closely. Once those spots are filled, I will close it. If you feel ready to start something simple and structured, click the link in the description or scan the QR code to get your copy now. And since you are part of this audience like family to me, I have added a 70% discount so you can get started without worrying about the cost. After completing your purchase, please drop your email so I can follow up with you personally. I will check in with you through email and help you stay consistent with the plan. Disclaimer: everything shared in this video is general medical and educational information based on current published research in sleep medicine and nutritional science. It is not personal medical advice for your individual situation. If you are currently taking thyroid medications, immunosuppressants, sedatives, or any prescription sleep medication, please speak with your doctor before adding any of these drinks to your routine. Sleep disorders can have multiple underlying causes, and some require medical diagnosis and treatment. This information is a starting point for a conversation with your doctor, not a replacement for